Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. I'm Madison Heap. An update this afternoon on the case of a woman accusing a former leader of the LDS Missionary Training Center of sexual assault. That woman has now filed a lawsuit. McKenna Denson filed the suit late last night. The lawsuit names former Provo MTC President Joseph Bishop and the LDS Church as defendants. The lawsuit accuses Bishop of targeting Benson and grooming her for a sexual attack while she was a missionary.
The story is not about me. The story is not necessarily about Joseph Bishop. The story is about the rape in the MTC by a high-level Mormon official, which was the MTC president. The rape and then the cover-up.
But it's always difficult to bring these cases legally, so far after the fact. But some states are better. It just depends on the law of the state.
The lawsuit claims Bishop previously confessed to the inappropriate behavior, but that the LDS Church took no corrective action. KSL learned that Bishop told BYU police he asked Denson to expose herself, but denied accusations of rape. We reached out to the LDS Church. They referred us to a previous statement. That statement reads, "The Church has great faith in the judicial system to determine the truth of these claims. Nevertheless, the Church takes seriously its responsibility to hold its members accountable for their conduct with respect to the laws of God and of man." Marjorie Stoneman Douglas students are back to school this week after spring break, and they're facing some changes meant to improve security. Students now have to carry clear backpacks, and everyone on campus has to wear a lanyard with ID. But many students aren't exactly thrilled with the changes, saying the school is just taking away privacy without actually making them feel safer. This student in protest filed his backpack with tampons, also commenting to USA Today that he was surprised at how much they cost. This student put a note in hers that says, "This backpack is probably worth more than my life." This girl asked, "Where can I register for MSD pre-check?" And while many are frustrated, some tell BuzzFeed they are dealing with the changes with humor. Like, just know that now that we'll have clear backpacks, none of you can lie to me about not having gum. Some students say they would rather see metal detectors than clear bags. Others saying the only way they would truly feel safe is if there's a change to gun laws. And in wake of these recent school shootings, school safety has become a hot topic. A school resource officer told me one of the hardest parts of their job is what they have to do when a student they would normally protect becomes a threat to the whole school.
If you don't act, then other innocent kids will lose their lives.
Sandy City Police Captain Justin Chapman trains school resource officers.
There's no officer that I've met, that I know of, who would ever want to shoot a student. But the reality is that most of our school shooters are students.
This is my main responsibility, is the students of this school.
Officer Kara Coonsey is one of his trainees. She now keeps an eye on Jordan High School.
We all have a taser, we have a sidearm, a handgun, and then I also have a rifle.
She says the most important part of her job is just being here every day to build relationships in case a situation comes down to seconds.
Becoming a school resource officer, it definitely changes things. And it's good because you get to know these students, but that's important. You build relationships so you can get to know the ones that are struggling.
It was actually my second day on the job.
In fact, 20 years ago, before Columbine became a school we all know, Chapman says he helped stop a tragedy. A student brought a rifle to school to confront those who had bullied him.
Students spoke up, and we were able to get the information, track it down as law enforcement and the school, and quite literally prevented a Columbine incident in our school.
Yeah, pretty interesting to hear about that almost Columbine incident here in Utah. Another tool used by schools, the Safe Utah app. Since 2016, tips have helped stop nearly 90 planned school attacks in Utah. And funeral potatoes are trending on Twitter, and it's Utah versus everyone on the internet. Apparently, everyone is discovering the longtime Utah favorite for the first time after Walmart promoted an ad for them on Facebook, and everybody got a little confused. The circulating ads spurred a hashtag funeral potatoes trend on Twitter, and it got so much attention that Today.com, the New York Post, and Fox News explained what they are. The only people who weren't confused, Mormons and Utahns. Thanks for joining me. Have a fantastic day.